Good evening everybody, welcome to Dean's Beer Reviews. I've sort of swapped seats today. I thought I'd sit on the sofa for a change and let Fiona sit on the hard seat behind the camera. Plus with this new camera, you may have sort of noted on the last beer review, which was Theakston's Lightfoot, which is the, are you picking that up?
No.
I've got the dog sat next to me, he's licking his crotch quite happily to himself. Anyway, the last beer review, Theakston's Lightfoot, yesterday, which is the first review I did with this camera, because I've only got it yesterday. Although it was a pretty good picture, you could see the light quite a lot, I think, because we were sat right underneath the light, more or less. But I don't have much more options in this room. But yeah, cool. Anyway, to the beer. We're going to do Kasteel Rouge today. I've done a Kasteel beer before. I've done Kasteel Blonde, I did a review of. That's fantastic beer, lovely. That was 11%, and I've had the Donker, which is the dark one. But I haven't done a review of that, for the simple reason that I've had it in a 70 centilitre bottle, which I shared with my father. So anyway, this is what we're doing, Kasteel Rouge. Give that time to focus, and you should be able to see that label quite clearly. Which way? That way?
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Kasteel Rouge. 8% ABV. Belgian beer. It's rouge, obviously means red in French, and it's cherries. It's a cherry fruit beer. I've never had it before. It's a little bit worrying. I don't know. It says it's beer with sugar and sweetener, contains barley malt. I don't know if that's to balance the cherries, so I don't think it's going to be a real tart kriek as such. I think it's going to be a fairly sweet beer. I mean, Kasteel are good beers, so I hope that, that what they've thrown in this one hasn't spoilt it. But I won't take away from the fact that Kasteel Blonde is fantastic. What is one of the best beers I've had. So anyway, let's see what this one's like. Let's crack it open. Right. Sat on the bottle opener. Right. Let's get into it. Got my trusty Golden Drac Tudor glass, which, in the interest of fairness, is the same one I used to review the Blonde some time ago now, quite a long time ago, towards the beginning I think, of these reviews of mine. Oh, it took some getting off. Cool. And this will be the first time, well, like I said, I used the camera yesterday, but it was a plain gold bottle cap, so I didn't bother. But with my other camera, my digital camera, I was holding bottle caps up and they were just blurry and you couldn't see a thing. So with a bit of luck, after it's taken its time to focus, you'll be able to see that it says Kasteel Rouge 8. Is that nice and clear? Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Way. I'm just going to pour the whole lot in because there will be sediment in the bottom, I'm sure of that. So we're not going to go hard, I'm just going to pour the whole lot out. Ooh, it's a very deep dark cherry red. Red head. In fact, because it's a kriek beer. Well, it's not, I mean, or is it? I don't know, we'll get the whole lot in. The bottle down there. Right, well, it looks very similar to Bacchus Kriek. If you look up, I mean, you can see it's got a fairly tight head. No, it's actually not, it's quite loose, it's disappearing fairly quickly. But it's a nice sort of reddy white. You see that? Mm-hmm. Slight red hues to it. The beer itself is very dark. It's almost brown. I mean, unless you look at it with some light around the edge, you can see reddy hues. I don't know if you can, the light's coming down right, but you can see reddy hues around the bottom of the glass and things. Fair? No.
You can see the hand reflecting in it.
Can you? Alright, well from here you can see there's red around the bottom. There's red hues. Just little flecks of red. Other than that, you can't see through it, really. You can just see the red hues around the edge. Head's going quite quickly there. Give it a smell. There is there's definitely a bit of a cherry smell. Although it's quite a sweet, like a cherry bakewell almost, but you can't smell the stalk. It's not like Bacchus Kriek, I know I've said that before. Or really good tart kriek beer. It's fairly sweet and a bit synthetic, which is a bit worrying on the smell. That's it really, it's not much of a smell. So light, sweet, cherryish, fruity, sweet smell. That's about it really. I don't get much from that. But anyway, it's nice and cold, it's about 6 degrees, which is what it says in the bottle. Cheers, let's have a taste. It's sweet. If you like sweet cherry beers, you'll like this. Remember, it's strong for a cherry beer as well, 8%. Right. It's sweet to start with. You do get that fruity cherryness coming through. And it's quite a burnt, dry, bitter finish with the hops and things. Almost like a stout in the finish. Should have got your third glass, shouldn't I? No. Oh, do you want to taste?
Yeah.
No? Yeah. It's nice enough for what it is. It's quite quenching in the back. Definitely a dry finish. It's sweet throughout. You can still feel it on the tip of your tongue because it's a bitter finish with the, I would assume, hops. It doesn't really taste like cherry bitterness, it tastes more like hop bitterness, like coppery. I wasn't going to mention before, but I've seen a fair few bad reviews of this beer. It's not all that bad. Sorry, just hit the dog then. It is what it is. It's a dark tasting, dark looking beer with a bit of cherry, then it goes into some bitterness. It's quite simple. It's sweet, cherry, bitter finish. But the cherry isn't like a really fruity cherry, it's a fairly sweet cherry taste. It's maybe 1 or 2 brandyish, dark fruity notes there, like with the Kasteel beer Donker. Other than that, yeah, it's just like a sweet, smooth cherry taste. Fairly synthetic tasting, but not too much, not as much as the smell is. And the sweetness lasts throughout, and it just fades to bitterness. Yeah, it's alright. I wouldn't rate it highly, but at the same time it's not crap. It is what it is, it's simple. If you have this and it's the only Kasteel beer you've had, don't judge it by these standards. I mean, you want to try Kasteel beer Blonde, and the dark one as well. Some people might like that, I mean, I think the blonde's better. Yeah. Oh, look at Eddie. Oh, I thought you wanted to get on the camera. Want to get on the camera? Whoops. He definitely wants to get on the camera. I can just get him on me. There we go. There you go. Are we in?
No.
We're not. Eddie.
There he is.
Cheers, Eddie. Like that. Hmm? No. Put me down. Boom. Donk. Right, anyway.
That extra white mark on the side of his face is gloss.
Oh, you can still see that, yeah.
Not for...
We were painting today and he nutted a freshly painted, those foreign people, sorry, headbutted a freshly glossed banister. So yes, and his head stuck to it and he went, trying to get it off. Right, which is nice. Anyway, it shows you this beer isn't really that noteworthy when I start talking about the dog. But it's alright, yeah, it's good. It's average, yeah. Cheers folks, see you.